In this video, we'll talk about modeling linear functions and parallel and perpendicular lines. To get started, let's answer a few questions as a warm-up. What type of line has an undefined slope? Well, if you recall, an undefined slope is a vertical slope because we might rise some y value, but we would run 0. So this is a vertical line, has undefined slope. Our next question is, what is the relationship among the graphs of lines with the equation y equals mx plus 2, where m is any real number? So we're talking about things like y equals 2x plus 2 or y equals 8x plus 2. Well, in this particular case, all of the y-intercepts are at 2. The difference is that y equals 2x plus 2 would rise 2 and run, and we would have this line. And y equals 8x plus 2, we would rise 8 and over 1. So the relationship is that they have the same y-intercept and different slopes. What is the relationship among the graphs with the line y equals 2x plus b, where b is any real number? Well, in this particular case, we might be talking about something like 2x plus 1 and say 2x minus 3. In this case, if I plot 2x plus 1, I plot 2, I go up 2 and over 1, and I get this line. And if I plot 2x minus 3, I plot the minus 3, go up 2 and over 1, and I get this line. So in this case, they have the same slope, but they have different y-intercepts. And you might notice that that means that these two lines are parallel. They're never going to cross. They're kind of like railroad tracks. Okay, so for our first example, we want to take a look at finding the equation of a line with a given slope that passes through a given point, and write it in the form y equals mx plus b. So in this particular case, we have the m, we have the slope, but we're not given an ordered pair that is the y-intercept. So we're going to use the form y equals mx plus b for this example, and we're going to plug in everything that we know. So in this case, our xy ordered pair, our y is a 5, our m is 4, x is 10 plus b. So 5 equals 40 plus b. If I subtract 40, I get negative 35, and I get the equation y equals 4x minus 35. Has a slope of 4 and a y-intercept of negative 35. Now, this one I'm going to do slightly differently. I'm going to use the point slope form of the equation. Y minus y1 is the slope times x minus x1. And I'm still going to plug in everything I know, but I'm going to put this xy in for x1 and y1 because the x and the y are what are going to show up in my equation. So in for the y1, I'm going to put negative 10. In for my slope, negative 6. And in for my x1, negative 8. So I get y plus 10 equals negative 6 times x plus 8. I'll distribute that negative 6. 6 times 8 is 48, and then I'm just going to subtract 10. Minus 6x minus 58. So one nice thing that you can do to check these is ask yourself, if you plug in a negative 8, do you get a negative 10? So if I plug in a negative 8 in this particular case, just for checking, I'm going to put a negative 10. Negative 6 times negative 8 minus 58. So 48 minus 58 is in fact negative 10. So you can check and make sure that that point is on that line. The last example here says undefined slope. So remember, based on that, what we did just before, an undefined slope is a vertical line, and it goes through the point 3, 2, right here. And you should ask yourself, what axis does this cross? And it crosses the x-axis at 3. So in this particular case, our equation for our line is x equals 3. And that is all that we need for that one. So here are a couple more examples. Write the equation in the slope-intercept form. I'm going to do the first one, and then I'm going to let you do the second two, and then you can pause the video and check your work. So for this one, we're not given a slope for this first one. So the first thing we have to do is find our slope. So I'm going to do y2 minus y1, 5 minus a negative 4, and 0 minus a negative 7. And I'm going to get 9/7 for my slope. I also notice in this particular case that I'm given my y-intercept. So at this point, I can just write y equals mx plus b, 9/7 x plus 5. If I'm not given the y-intercept, like the ones on the previous page, then I can use point slope or the slope-intercept form to find the equation. So take a minute and try these two, and let's pause your video and see how you do. So for the second example here, I found my slope of 11/5. I plugged my slope and my x and my y into the equation y equals mx plus b and solved. I got 2/5 for b, and then I plugged them both into the form y equals mx plus b. For the example with 3, -4 and -2, -4, I first found my slope, which happened to be 0, which makes me think that this is a horizontal line, and you can see that it's going to cross the y-axis at -4. This next one is slightly different, only because these are given in function notation. Find a linear function h of x, where h of 1 is 4 and h of -2 is 13, but you should remember that this is just the ordered pair 1, 4 and -2, 13. So pause your video again, and I will work it out, and then you can check yourself. For this example, after I wrote the ordered pairs, I found my slope, which reduced to -3/1. And in this example, different from the one above it, I just used y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. It's called point slope form. And I plugged in my x, my x1, my y1, and my slope. And I simplified, and I got -3x plus 7. So hopefully you got those. If not, ask your instructor for some more examples. All right, parallel and perpendicular lines. We already saw that parallel lines are going to have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. So in this case, if this was line 1 and this was line 2, the slope for line 1 is going to be the same as the slope for line 2. Perpendicular lines, they're not going to have the same slope. In fact, they're going to have slopes that are negative reciprocals of one another. In this example below, we know that the lines are meeting at 90 degrees. We have slope 1 being 2, and slope 2 being the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2, and the opposite sign. So if I look at these next examples, I want to determine whether each pair of lines is parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So if it's neither, these lines might cross, but they're not going to cross at 90 degrees. So you might have something that crosses at some angle other than 90 degrees. So when we look at this first example, we notice the first one has a slope of positive 3/2, and the second one has a slope of negative 2/3. So these are perpendicular. For this next one, we can't look at this and decide what the slope is, so we should put it in slope-intercept form. So for this first one, I'm going to solve 3y equals minus 9x plus 15. And I'm going to get a slope of negative 3x plus 5. That's going to be that first line. The second line is going to be negative 4y equals 12x plus 16. And if divide by negative 4, this is going to give me y equals negative 3x minus 4. And you can see on this one that these slopes are the same, so these two lines are parallel. For the third example, this has a slope of 4, this has a slope of 1/4, and while they are reciprocals, they do not have opposite signs, so these are neither parallel or perpendicular. And so all we're doing there is just looking at the slopes and deciding the relationship between those slopes. The next example asks us to find a parallel line. Ooh, parallel means it's going to have the same slope. Parallel to 2/3 x minus 1. That has a slope of 2/3 that goes through the point 3, 5. So our original slope is 2/3. Because it's parallel, our new slope is 2/3. So I am going to plot the point 3, 5 over 3 and up 5, and I'm going to count my slope up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. I'm also going to go back 2, down 2, back 3, down 2, back 3, and I can see that this is actually crossing at 3. So the equation is going to be 2/3 x plus 3. If you didn't graph this, you could just use a slope of 2/3 and the ordered pair 3, 5 and plug it into this equation. So in for y, we'd put 5, 2/3 times 3 plus b. So we have 5 equals 2 plus b, and b equals 5 minus 2, which is 3. So we could find it that way as well. In this next example, we want to write the equation of a line perpendicular to the line y equals minus 2x plus y equals 4 that goes through the point 6, negative 2. So again, what I'd like to do is take this equation and solve for y. So I'm going to add 2x and get 2x plus 4. So our original slope here is 2. And since we want to be perpendicular, our new slope is going to be negative 1/2. And we're going to go ahead, I'm going to do this one algebraically first. y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to plug in the values that I know. So in for y, -2, -1/2 times -6 plus b, +3 plus b, and then if I subtract 3, I get -5. So this equation is going to be -1/2 x minus 5. So let's plot both of these and see. So our first one, 2x plus 4, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, looks like this. And our second line down here, I'll cross the y-axis at -5. I'm going to go down 1 and over 2, down 1 and over 2. And this is going to cross here at 90 degrees. Now, if I had graphed it and it looked like this, I probably did something wrong because those clearly do not cross at 90 degrees. That concludes this video. Thank you.